A clinical laboratory is a laboratory where tests are done on clinical specimens in order to get information about the health of a patient as pertaining to the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of disease. Safety is a main priority at varied circumstances, most particularly inside a clinical laboratory. We know that all laboratory settings have safety precautions needed to be followed for an efficient and effective working condition. Here are some safety practices inside the laboratory which will apparently aid us to prevent accidents and injuries. Know about the chemicals, hazards, and safety regulations associated with the laboratory. These are mostly posted and found on the walls of the laboratories. Know what to do and where to evacuate in different emergency situations, such as earthquake and fire, in order for you to avoid harm and even death. Eating, drinking, and smoking is strictly discouraged inside the laboratory for everyone's safety. As mandated by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, mouth pipetting is not allowed to avoid chemical intoxication. For safety and security purposes, working alone inside the laboratory is highly discouraged to ensure an immediate response to someone who's in emergency. Use extreme care when working with needles, blades, dust, infectious, and other wastes. Dispose them in their designated bins as either infectious, sharps, or biohazards. Of all the laboratory safety precautions, proper wearing of personal protective equipment or PPE inside the laboratory is the most significant defense against all the possible hazards. First, you should sanitize your hands using 70% isopropyl alcohol. Then wear your mask, lab gown, and gloves respectively. To avoid post-laboratory contamination and bacterial transmission, proper doffing of the PPE should be observed. Doffing of PPEs follow in this order: remove your gloves, sanitize your hands, and remove your lab gown and mask respectively. Lastly, safe, effective, and efficient work inside a clinical laboratory is the most important aspect that the medical laboratory scientists should always be observed. Remember that prevention is always better than cure. Protect yourself at all costs. We hope you've learned something from us. Thank you!